3. Dialogue Möbius link. Another scene with Bazet and Angra Mainyu, I suppose. How many resurrections does this make, I wonder? I can hear voices. They curse at me, the one who, while sinking into death, fell past it again and again. Unable to escape death, they cry that it's unfair that I get to live again. My entire body hurts enough to suffocate. The voices of accusations beset me. Die, give up, serves you right. I can't see. They grow stronger each time I hear them. I want to die. I can't stand this. Filthy, disgusting. I can't see anything. I want to die. I don't want to hear this. If I have to go through this, I don't want to come back to life. But I even got used to that. Die. Then get it over with and kill me. Laughable. Then go ahead and enjoy yourself. Repent. Yes, I've already repented again and again. It's your fault. Right, it's all somebody's fault. Disgusting. That's because I'm not dressed up. Inhuman. This mirror is foggy. Demon. Yes, that's right. A human isn't capable of doing this. I move past the many voices and begin to breathe again. It's not that painful from here on. Rather, I can even feel relief. As long as I get away from that prison, what comes next is close to the joy of birth. Prison. Yes, that place matches the description of a prison. Slander, insults, derision. The stripping of human rights, dignity, and freedom. An afterlife derived from that should be known to any person. Suffering for an eternity without pause. In Buddhism, it's called the hell of uninterrupted suffering. But that is vaguely different from where I came from. There wasn't only pain. That place had eternity and emptiness. Both were beyond reach and had no meaning even if they weren't. That's why it was painful. Because even if I gained them by some miracle, I could never understand what wasn't meant for human hands to hold. I raise my body from the sofa. Still feeling drained after a resurrection that I have dealt with for the upteenth time, I check if I have control of my left hand.
Yo, 目覚めたか、マスター。
The now typical morning greeting from my servant. He is sitting with his back turned away, still working on his puzzle, apparently. It could be solved in just a matter of minutes, but he must have taken a liking to it. That part of him is just like a child's. If only that innocence showed in his regular behavior.
確認しますが、私はアサシンと相打ちになったのですか？
いや、一方的に負けたよ。あんたの右ストレートは空振って、野郎のザバーニーヤがあんたの頭を吹っ飛ばした。すごかったぜ。パンって脳みそが破裂して上半身が吹っ飛ばされてた。脳を丸ごと火薬に変えて体を吹き飛ばすなんて手の込んだ殺し方だよな。脳みそ掴んだならそのまま引きずり出して終わりだってのに。
My servant is prattling on cheerfully. I imagine my body without its upper half and sicken myself as a result. I recall my fight with Assassin. I met Assassin's master by accident at the forest behind the school. The enemy consisted of just one lone master. As I saw no servant, I charged into combat. The enemy master was a skilled doll user and controlled countless automata as if they were his own limbs. The French dolls, equipped with precise killing mechanisms, were a threat, but I was well acquainted with how to deal with dolls. I also have had experience fighting in a free-for-all with the monsters nesting in the city, so it was a simple matter to overwhelm the master. If only one of the dolls had not worn a skull mask.
まさか、サーバント。
The moment I realized what he was hit by multiple poisonous needles. Assassin, a class where one specific heroic spirit is chosen, but whose abilities change with each Holy Grail war. As the name that was the source of the word assassin was one that multiple assassins inherited, a different one would become assassin for each war. Assassin is a group, not one being, and of them the assassin selected this time was a midget of a height no taller than up to an adult's knees. Was he like that when he was alive, or was this a special characteristic exaggerated by becoming a servant? Assassin did not have the build of a dwarf that would appear in a fairy tale. He had a form as cultivated as that of an acrobat. He could have been a clown from a circus. A worthless heroic spirit with a small body. However, it was a strong advantage for the class of assassin. Not only did it make detecting his presence difficult, the area that could be hit was overwhelmingly small. His speed was among the fastest of the servants. Tracking his body racing through the trees with unmodified eyes was difficult. In addition, the reason for the name was the one-hit noble phantasm he possessed. By the time I fully understood the disadvantage I had on this terrain, the poison had immobilized my legs. I was confident that I could catch him on a flat plain with nowhere to hide, but in a forest with many obstructions, I was helpless. Knowing that, I made my final bet using my life as a gambling chip. I used the left side of my body to lure Assassin out of the shadow of the trees. Assassin would judge that I could not retaliate, and then move towards my left side at lightning speed. I would then counterattack with a full force straight right into him. The timing was perfect. The charging assassin couldn't dodge either right or left, and couldn't completely nullify the effects of the impact by blocking. That was the drawback of having a small body. Yet, not even that slowed him down. Just before impact, he jumped and landed on my fist with a comical plop on my straight right, the one I prided on having a speed of 80 km per hour, and as a counter, no less. I do have a rich record of swords in combat, but this was the first time that I had seen an enemy scuttle towards me on my arm. It brought to mind images of unbelievably miraculous deeds, such as standing on the tip of a lance. Assassin extended his left hand to my face, and my consciousness was cut off at that point.
悪夢だ。
どうした？まだ体が硬いのか？
いえ、調子は万全です。蘇生にも慣れましたから。今の胸焼けはあなたのおかげです。最後の瞬間、アサシンの手が額に触れた感触を思い出しまして。
あ、そうか。悪い悪い。気が利かなくて申し訳ない。
Cackling, he continues with his puzzle. What he's really laughing at is my own failure. This is nothing like teasing. That man is host to a personality disorder that makes him laugh over sad news as much as over anything comical.
いいです。そちらにも慣れましたから。それでアベンジャー。あなたが私をここまで運んできたのですか？
いや、俺も殺された。二人一緒に一日前の今に戻ったわけだ。やられたのは0時ジャストだったからな。
There's been almost no progress. How many days have passed since I woke up in this mansion? We haven't even passed the 4th night yet. Perhaps out of disappointment with myself, I grasped the earring in my pocket unconsciously. I took it with me when I left my country. It's probably some kind of protective charm. I don't remember why I had brought it, but it must be something like an amulet, judging by how carefully I kept it tucked away.
しかし、ありゃマスターのせいじゃないぜ。あのアサシンが変すぎたんだよ。あんたの拳、確かに当たってたしな。ま、気に病むことはないんじゃない？あんたは俺っていうハンデがあるんだ。初戦で相手に防具を使わせたのは称賛に値する。
気休めです。 いくら善戦しようと死んでしまっては何にもなら。
No, that's our advantage. I haven't made full use of it yet, but the servant can bring the dead back to life. As long as our contract is still in effect, I will continue to be resurrected.
そうか。この方法でも問題はない。いえ、むしろこれがあなたの武器だ。利用しない手はない。私たちは相打ちでいいのですね。
By gaining information on the enemy like this, eventually we will be able to defeat them using the appropriate preparations to ensure victory.
これで有利なのは私たちだ。アサシンの特徴が分かった以上、あとはいかに平地におびき寄せるかだけ。
I clench my right fist. At this rate, I don't have to wait for the enemy masters to be weakened. A perfect victory is achievable. If I eliminate them one by one straight out, even the association would treat me like...
割と順応してるんだな、マスター。こんなに負けが続いてるんだ。てっきり落ち込んでるか、俺の不甲斐なさに呆れてるのかと思ったんだが。
いえ、それは確かにそうなのですが。
Come to think of it, what am I thinking? Even if I do have this ability, I have been defeated again and again. I'm becoming careless. Had I tried hard enough, I should have been able to defeat Assassin. But instead, I am taking my time, prolonging the final battle until I feel that I have learned enough about his abilities. It is as if... No, that couldn't be true. As the representing magus of the association, I am only fighting battles that can't be lost.
ま、日数を重ねてるわけじゃねえからいいけどさ、時間を幾分無駄に使ってるよな、俺たち。
The servant stands up. Leaving the puzzle unfinished, he walks towards the entranceway.
続けようぜ、マスター。まだ調べてない場所があるだろう。
Led on by the servant, I also rise up from the sofa. Carrying Rach over my shoulder, I grip the earring in my pocket one more time and leave for the Holy Grail War. This is going to be a little sudden, but... Bazette Fraga McRemets is one weird lady. Her outsides and her insides are weird, first of all. They don't match. Now, on the outside, she looks like my personal favorite, the dignified, mature woman. What's on the inside, though, is a lowly coward with no self-esteem. To hide that, she's put her body and psyche through some rigorous training. My guess, rather what I'd like to be true, is that she's the kind of woman that likes bullying herself. Has to be that. Yep, after all, she was able to put herself through more training than normal. The able woman armor she built up out of all of that sure is a tough one. Good looks and structural strength all but guaranteed. Except, if you want to be able to move wearing a suit of armor, it's gotta have a few gaps, and that's where I sometimes get the opportunity to see the real Bazette peeking through. I don't have to bother saying what that's like. Anything protected by a suit of armor for years ought to be kinda like a smooth-boiled egg without a shell, refreshingly cute enough to make me want to munch parts of it away. But the thing is, no matter how adorable the insides might be, the armor she built up for over 10 years is too damn stubborn. Once she gets into mission, battle mode, any man would probably drop whatever fantasies or lust he could possibly have for her. Here's an example that just happened.
空腹になりました。食事をとりましょう。
That came out of nowhere. After beating the crap out of 3 monsters, she said that as if she was measuring her pulse.
あなたも付き合いなさい。私からの魔力提供だけでは味気ないでしょ。
Said a master that was awfully caring of her servant. Except, the place she barged into without any hesitation was the beef bowl store right in front of us. Even I knew about this, the cheapest, worst, and most common place to eat in Shinto. Just so you know, even if there was nobody around, there were other places to get a meal. There was even one of those expensive places that seemed like they'd suit Bazette just 100 meters ahead. But she still picked the place in front of us. No mistake, She picked it because it just happened to be the closest one around.
何か不満でも？
いや、不満というか、不思議というか。
では行きましょう。実体化を忘れないように。
There was no stopping her. In the end, Bazette paid for the food coupon in a snap, got beef bowls and miso soup for 2, gobbled it all down in 3 minutes flat, and went outside.
やはり何か不満でも？
不満つうか、不思議つうか。今の飯、うまかった？
量は多かったですね。スープは余分でした。ですが、調理時間が1分弱というのは素晴らしい。次からはあの店を利用しましょう。
That's all she had to say about it. She saw mealtime as nothing more than a way to get nutrition. Unrefined and unreasonable is what it was. We were looking at the base of one of the known masters. After a thorough investigation, we judged that no one was inside.
アベンジャー、扉のロックを解除できますか？
まあ割と単純なやつなら解析はできるかな。けどあんたがやった方が確実だぜ。教会屈指の魔術師なんだろ。
鍵開けは得意分野ではありません。あなたに任せます。
And that's how I ended up doing it. My master is weak at this kind of delicate work apparently. Made for total violence she is.
じゃ、任された。少し時間もらうぞ。ここのはちょい厄介なんだ。
I shoved my arm into the roots of a tree in the garden that sat to the side of the entryway. Astral bodies are useful for stuff like this. I can overlay my own circuits onto magic somehow. 10 seconds. 20 seconds. 30 seconds. 40 sec.
うわー！何してんだあんた！
She just plain out smashed the whole damn thing to oblivion.
侵入します。援護。
That was her only excuse. No, that wasn't even an explanation, and more importantly, this wasn't a raid. Putting her leather gloves on, Bazette charged into the enemy space with no hesitation. Unrefined, unreasonable, and lazy is truly what it was.